So are we impressed with how it turned out for your young guys there?
Well, as you really look at our roster, we're very young. We're going to be young. You're going to see a lot of freshmen and sophomores. I think that we started one freshman, 3 sophomores, and a junior. It could at any time be 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores and a junior. So I'm more so not worried about the youth. I'm worried about how we're going to grow, because I think we're more talented than we've been in years past. Now, how are we going to mature, in that role?
How about your guard play in particular, Solomon and LJ filling in the void for Carlos? I haven't got a chance to see stats yet, but I think LJ didn't have any turnovers at all.
Well, that's very indicative of how LJ plays. LJ doesn't turn the ball over. It's one of the things as a coach I really, really like and appreciate that, and not a knock to Carlos. At the same point in time in their careers, LJ is ahead of where Carlos was in that area. LJ just doesn't. He really knows how to value the ball. He knows how to get his teammates involved. He does a great job of distributing. So, in that regard, I'm very comfortable with him. Solomon has a chance, and it's one of those things that you see kind of visions of it, blast of it. He has a chance to be really good. I think Solomon's very talented. He's finally got himself in collegiate basketball shape, and, it's some things he can do from a talent standpoint.
Were you impressed with how Harrison played in the second half?
I'm impressed about Brandon every day. Brandon very much. It was a tough decision on who do I start, Cooper or Harrison. Harrison, what he did today, he does every day in practice. And as a coach, you kind of want to ease him in to, but he's going to be a good player during his career here.
What year is Brandon?
Freshman. Yes.
I guess what about Badri? He hasn't played now since I think March 8th or something, a couple seasons ago.
Of 07?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whatever last league was last game. He played in the exhibition, but this is his first official game.
Mm-hmm.
I know he had put up good stats, but what did you see from him besides the numbers?
Well, that right there, he brings a certain physical presence that we didn't have last year from a big body. I don't have the stats in front of me, but, he rebounded. He's a tough matchup on the 14. So what, 20, what?
I want to say 26-14.
Okay, pretty good. He has a nose for the ball, something as a coach you can't teach. And so he's getting the rust off in the other areas of his game, and that'll come. And so he's right where he needs to be. As I told you, young man, we have a long season. This is a marathon. This is the first game for the next 5 months. And so we want to try and get a little bit better and improve in all areas every time we step on the floor.
And Dobbins played particularly well as well. Is it nice to have 2 pretty big bodies down low?
We're where we want to be. We think at the end of the day we're as good as anybody in the conference when it comes to our 4 and 5 position. Now, all they have to do is show up and produce.
And will that take a lot of the stress off your young guards?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, it's like a old boxing analogy. I always hit them with. Great boxers always go to the body. They don't come out swinging for the head. If you want to knock out, you go to the body. Well, we go to the body by going inside, and then we'll work our way out, then go to the head. Because we have some young men that can, shoot the basketball.
And on a different note, is it difficult as a coach when you got such a big lead? You don't want to take your players out. You got to working with that. You don't want to score too much, and you look like you run the score.
Yeah, and the hardest thing is to try and keep them from playing and working hard like they've been doing every day. And I think our guys did a good job of that. This same team on Saturday, I think Central Michigan, it was 75-55. Their game. It's hard. So, what you do, you try and take every moment that we don't look at the scoreboard. We're not playing the scoreboard. We're playing the game, as we like to say, play the game the right way and work on the things we've been working on. Can't worry about the score. And so I think we got the last 7 minutes, we played the freshman and 1 senior. And so it was a good opportunity just to put them out there and give them elongated game time.
Now, what about heading into Purdue? Is it going to be difficult to go from an NAIA school to the number 11 team in the country?
You know what? Basketball is basketball. It's a great opportunity. You get the chance, you get an opportunity, as a la Miami of Ohio last night against UCLA. They went in and went down to the last possession. And so, you know, the great thing about it this time of year in tournaments, we're going into a hostile environment. That's a positive. We're playing against a great team. That's a positive. You know, you get to find out where you really are and how competitive you really are. And so we look forward to it.
As far as playing Brandon Bowdery and late in the second half, is there concern that, you know, he might?
No, none whatsoever. We can't play the game that way. You don't play the game that way. You know, players play, and, you know, we played everybody we had. You know, guys get tired. So his sub was tired, so he had to go back. That's you know, what you do. So you don't worry about that. I mean, he didn't play the last 8 minutes of the game. So, you know, can't worry about those things. We have a long way between now to March. A lot of things to improve upon. Like, can't play the scoreboard. You have to play and try and, you know, get the reps and improve every chance we get.
Would you say that a game like this is great to work on the fundamentals before you step into a big game?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime we hit the floor, it's great to work on the fundamentals. And know that as a coach, you always look for things to look upon to improve. You know, if we get to the point where I don't have to coach anymore, you guys might have a pretty good team. We're a long way from there right now.
Playing these big games, you got Purdue, Michigan, Illinois.
Keep on going. Temple,
St. Bonaventure.
Oakland. Keep on going. Yeah.
You got Max teams are good too. Western's good.
Yeah, yeah.
And the whole East is good. Do you see that as a great opportunity? Maybe if you do win them games, you get started general excitement on the team. Maybe like outside.
Well, you know what? That's a great question. And those things externally, we can't worry about. You know, one of the things was brought to my attention today was this is the longest, we now own the longest winning streak ever in the combo. I mean, program, since we've been, have done some good things. We've knocked down, you know, we've had the best home record in conference play ever. We've now have the longest winning streak. So we're going to be fine. Our preparation is all geared towards conference play. And if we, you know, with our preseason schedule, as you said, we continue to work, we'll be where we need to be.
And last year, like you said, you had a really, really good home record, and I think you had about 500 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
What's it going to take to make that difference this year?
Well, you got to, it's a mentality that, you know, once again, we've gotten better on the road every year. And so it's a mentality that you have to take in. We lost 2 close ball games on the road that if we win those games, we get the number 4 seed last year in the conference tournament. You know, so you have to knock down bridges before you can really grow. And so we're close. And that's why we play games of that nature and tournaments like preseason NIT, to learn those things. Thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing a lot of you this year.